Welcome to our lab. This is the Monsato Zambia Quality Control Laboratory. We are specializing in worm germination and defects testing. We set out on this project at the beginning of FY16, and I think it was born out of realization that production was increasing, and also we had very big timelines with regard to placing seed on the market or making crop payments. And also the third point is we didn't have control over the quality of the product that we were putting on the market. We relied on the government lab to do that for us, and whatever went through there and was passed was taken as such. So it wasn't, in a sense, Monsanto controlled. We embarked on this project in FY16, and we completed this project in 2017 with the accreditation of the lab by the government. The lab is currently running with operations properly aligned, and it's operating full-time and live on SAP. The process in this lab starts with sample reception. So at sample reception, we check a sample that has come from production, and it has to come labeled with the batch number. Then we do receive that in inspection if we confirm in SAP. So the first test we do right away after we register the sample in our SAP is the moisture test. We want to get the moisture percentage of the seed which has come to the lab, and we want to check if it's in compliance with the internal Monsanto standard and the government standard. After taking the moisture, we straight away divide the sample to get a working sample. A working sample, we get about 900 grams, and it's the sample on which we're going to do all the rest of the tests in this lab. So after we've taken the moisture and we have divided the working sample of around 900 grams, we bring it here so that we do a defects test, a test in which we just get the proportion of defects against that of good seed. So we put the results of the defect test on the same sheet of paper that we've used for moisture and for getting the working sample. It's this paper trail which we're going to use for inputting results in our SAP system. After the defects testing, then we do the planting. This is just part of the germination test. So we do germination on paper, and this is pre-soaked paper, which we soak overnight in measured quantities of paper against the water. So we plant 4 replicates of 100 seeds each per sample of seed received in the lab. This is how we prepare. Our samples. We clearly have to identify them before we put them in the germination chamber for 7 days before we do an evaluation in there. So we do use these chambers for germination. The germination temperature in there is 25 degrees Celsius. So what we do, we monitor the temperature in the chamber twice every day to just make sure that we maintain that temperature. So after the evaluation, we do record our results on the germination card, and these are the same results that we put in our SAP system. So the paper trail starts from sample reception until we get to this point. After we are done with all the tests that we do in this lab, which is the defects test, germination test, and the moisture test, then we input results in the SAP from the germination card and from the defects determination and period card, and everything being okay, then we do put a usage decision on that batch to allow it either for use or restricted if it doesn't pass all the tests we put it through, and if it has passed all the tests, then we put a usage decision on it to have it restricted and be ready for use by either the sales people or the production people, depending on where it came from. So we start sample reception in SAP and we finish it off in SAP, and this allows us to be aligned to Monsanto processes that are at this site, and it also helps in closing the process orders that are coming from the plant and the field once we have put the usage decision on that particular result. The other test we do in this lab is the kernel count. So we do count 200 seeds and weigh that, and then it helps us get the 1,000 seed kernel count weight, which we need for foundation seed and commercial seeds for growers who are using planters. This lab has achieved quite a lot of things in the short period that it has been operating. To start with, it has helped us cut timelines with regard to putting seed on the market. And for the first time in a long time, we managed to put seed on the market in August, simply because we were able to test it in a very good and short time of period here as compared to when we were sending it to the government lab. The other achievement we had with the lab is that we've managed to pay our growers quicker than when it used to take over 3 weeks with the government lab. We paid in slightly below 2 weeks, with the aim in 2018, in FY18, of doing that in just 9 days. The other achievement I think we have is the seed that we've taken to the customers is assures Monsanto quality.